Good morning, all. I did it again. When I start recording, then I play the video, I put on mute and I didn't unmute and I wanted to talk again. Babbled for another 6 minutes for nothing. Anyway, so pe- uh, people of Ireland will know this guy. This is Mr. Bob Geldof. Just saying his name for people outside of Ireland and who might not know him. He was a member of a band called the Boomtown Rats in like the 80s, and yeah, they were kind of this. They were kind of put forward like this, rebellious type, rebel against the system and all this sort of stuff. Stick it to the man. Songs like Banana Republic and blah de blah. But that wasn't what really made him his money. What really made this man his money was Band Aid, which was a charity that he set up. This is the head of it. He set it up for starving people in Africa. And he roped in all his celebrity friends. Like you had everybody. Any celebrity you could think of was in that Band Aid. And he did concerts around the world and all this. For me, they basically just scammed people. Like they just scammed people out of hundreds of millions. Like I could guarantee that none of that, maybe a little small fraction of it did, to go over and do some PR stunts, build like 20, 30 houses or something, PR stunts. But this is the thing that gets me about these people. These people kick off big time, say, when native people in a country have a march and there's children with them, because that's what most of the marches are about lately. We want a country for our children to grow up in, a country that was similar to what we grew up in, safe, like somewhat safe, but like safer than it is now. Ireland is fucked, people. Like Dublin is, people in Ireland, no. But the people outside of Ireland were fucked, Our government have completely flip-flopped. Well, maybe they always have, but it was always, we didn't have the information or the eyes to see what they were doing. Now we do, Now we do with social media and stuff like that. Hence the big attack on social media by all the big heads recently. But they always give out about, look, using the children, huh? These racists and far-right bigots using the children to push that message. How very dare they, absolute scumbags, all this sort of stuff, right? But have a listen to this. Now, I know some people will pick up on what I picked up on is that he's talking about Musk. Now, we know that all them are part of the upper class, and they sort of keep us bickering between ourselves. But I make these videos to point this out to people. Using the children is like their number one thing to say, like behind you're a racist, you're a fascist, you're far right, whatever. We're not far right, we're right so far. But anyway, have a listen to this.
If I was 15 or 16, I promise you what I'd definitely do, just for the lols.
Just for the lols, trying to stay hip, trying to use online language like lols. And for people that don't know, LOL, that means, which is basically laughing out loud. It's just a quicker way than typing ha ha. Isn't that funny? And sorry, I'll be the first to admit I do use it. It is quicker, but he's doing it, to show that he's hip and he's up to date, and he's not. The man is just, his whole life is to deceive us. Look at his chest. He has a Christian cross on his chest. That this man doesn't worship Jesus or God. This man worships the devil. He's there to scheme us out of everything that we have, keep us all bickering between ourselves. Nation against nation type of thing. Continue.
I would organise a boycott of all things Musk. I would organise a boycott of Starlink, Tesla, Twitter, X. And I do it because I'd nothing to lose. But how amazing if you could mess with this guy's vast, inappropriate wealth. It would be absolutely extraordinary if young people just en masse said, nah, you're a creep. Anyway, if you're 15 or 16, you're on TikTok or something like that. So organize it around that. If I was 15.
Did you see that little snigger at the end? Look at that. Look at that face. Look at that. This man's proper fucking evil and wicked and insidious. But as I said, the whole point of this was to show you their inconsistencies when it comes to things like saying shouldn't be using the children for. This guy's telling 15-year-olds to go and make TikTok videos attacking Musk, who, I'm going to say it again because people are going to say, oh, what, you defending Musk? No, I'm not defending Musk. I know that all these people that are up here on the top earners in the world, they purposely do shit like this to keep us all bickering between ourselves. But it's the point of this one was how they always say to us, you're racist, using the children now, you're going to brainwash the children into being racist, this way. But yeah, he's telling 15-year-olds to go make TikToks attacking Musk and his business and his wealth and his, what did he say? His insurmountable wealth that he has. This guy's worth 150 million himself. Yeah? For what? For scamming people with Band-Aid? You know what I mean? The hypocrisy of it.